Alright guys, I'm going to jump straight into this video because you clicked on this video. I don't like to waste anybody's time. I like to jump straight into it, okay? We're not blabbering on, okay? I'm going to talk about the mindset that you need to have behind every single action when losing the weight, when losing the fat. When I was 250 pounds and I got to that point, I do not regret, changing at all. But hold on. Let me not get ahead of myself. When I weighed 250 pounds, I quite literally hated who I was. I hated the way my shirts felt on me. I hated the way I would get out of breath with simple shit. I hated, I couldn't feel comfortable in shirts. Like, it didn't feel like anything really fit me, so I'd wear stuff that was, oversized. Or I tried to wear something, tighter to show off my muscles, and all I can pay attention to is my gut. Or literally, things like your dick being smaller because you have so much fucking fat over it. No one talks about these things. No one talks about, the thing, your dick is literally smaller, your testosterone is lower, no chick finds you nearly as attractive, if at all. They don't find you attractive. I could not pull a single girl, and it's not because fat men can't pull girls. Yes, it helps to be in shape, obviously, but the lack of confidence you have while you're fat, the lack of confidence I had while I was fat, that was it. I had no confidence in myself in anything. When it came to sports, no confidence. I didn't realize at the time that's where it came from. No confidence with girls because I didn't do anything that would make myself respect myself, because I couldn't respect a guy that I look in the mirror and he looks like a fat sack of shit. How am I supposed to respect that man? And just going off of those feelings, you have to feel a certain way to want to change. You can't just... I talk about the why so often, but you have to have some sort of motive to change. People say, oh, discipline, discipline, discipline. You have to have a motive, a why to change. My why, every reason I just said, plus the fact that I fucking couldn't stand looking at myself. I pictured so many times when I was younger that I would be 16 with a six-pack, jacked, and then I look at myself at 16, 17, and I'm fucking fat as shit. I look at myself in the mirror, I remember when I was 12, 13 years old, I thought I was a little chubby. I was always the chubby kid, but I was like, dude, when I'm 16, I'm hitting the gym, I'm going to be super jacked, six-pack, and then I look and it's just this fat fuck staring back at me. And you have to have that type of motive. Most things shouldn't come out of hate. But I'm not saying for this, it might not be a bad thing. If you fucking hate, I mean genuinely hate, the absolute feeling of waking up and you just get worse sleep and you just everything I've already mentioned. Confidence, super low confidence. I can't even pick out an outfit to go to school because I feel like everything I'm going to wear makes me look fat, and no shit, I'm fucking fat. You can't hide you're being fat just by wearing a sweatshirt. It's those types of thoughts. You need to have some motive. And like I was saying, it's not always bad for it to be hate when it comes to this. And I'm not saying, hate your fucking life, but hate where you're at. Hate that feeling. Hate looking in the mirror and being like, fuck, this is where I put myself. This is the guy that I'm fucking living as right now. I I don't have enough self-respect to just go to the gym, like move a little bit more and just eat less. I don't have the self-respect for myself to lose that weight. That's the type of hate. That's the type of hate you have to have. You cannot win this without a hate towards it. Because as soon as you're comfortable with it, you will never change. As soon as you're comfortable with it, you won't change. You can't change. You cannot change if you... I was about to say nothing changes if nothing changes, but no shit, like, people say that all the time, but when they really mean nothing changes if nothing changes, you can't expect a different output if you get the same input. And this goes into it. If you're satisfied with the output, you are never going to change the input. If you're satisfied feeling like this, even the slightest bit, you will get stuck and you will always fall off your diet. You will not be willing to change enough. There has to be a hate, or at least an insane drive of motivation of some other sort. And what does that derive from? Every single time it comes from hate. Hate's not a bad thing. A lot of guys, I want to get in shape for the girls. Okay? You look deeper and deeper and deeper. Every time you look deeper, there's a hate behind it. And it's a feeling of pain. It's a feeling of uncomfortableness and pain. And not the good type of uncomfortableness. It's an uncomfortable pain that makes you disgusted. I'm not going to continue and talk about all the pains and feelings. I could sit here and go on about it. But you have to have a hate. If you cannot find what that why is, you will stay in the same spot forever. You will never change. You will never get fit. You will never lose the weight. I couldn't stand it. I could not stand it. I hated looking in the mirror. I fucking would tear clothes off of me because I hated the way it made me feel. I hated it so fucking much that I was willing to change. And I get really passionate when I talk about it because that hate still comes through. Like I would fucking get angry. That kind of hate is what you need. That's the mindset behind it. I'm not saying you go around life hating everything, you have a negative mindset, but when you look at yourself, do not be satisfied with how you look. There's going to be people that don't like what I say, especially when it comes to this. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Hate is not a bad thing. Do not push your hate onto other people, though. Don't push your hate onto other people. Don't, get pissed off at other people. Keep it to yourself. Just keep that within yourself and just, use that fuel. Use it as the fuel. That's what it's got to come down to. That mindset you have to have every single day. You will eventually hit that point and you're just gonna snap. That's what it takes. There's no perfect plan to it. My plan was my plan, I would do my plan every single time again. I fasted every single Sunday and did a carnivore diet in a deep deficit, 1,500 calories some days, and I was 250. That's really steep. And then I would fast. I was so focused on losing almost a pound a day. I lost 40 pounds in 40 days. The camera just got cut off, but you need to have a why behind it. You need to have a why. The why is going to get you farther than anything else. People talk about discipline. Your why is your discipline. Your why is the reason you will get there. All these motherfuckers talking about discipline, what it really comes down to, why are you doing it? The guy that wakes up at 4 a.m. to go and work because he has a family and his job is paying the bills, he does not get up and say, you know what, I'm going back to bed and press his snooze. He does not do that. You know why? He has kids and a house to pay. If he doesn't do it, shit crumbles. Why does he do it? Because he has a why. Is he a disciplined person? A lot of times I see those same guys, they can't enact that same discipline to their diet, to going to the gym, to anything else, to their alcohol, to whatever it is, because it's not about the discipline, it's about the why. It's about the why. That's what it's truly, truly, truly about. I talk about it so often because I don't think people are onto it yet. But that mindset you have to have on a daily, and you need to just engrave it. That's why it's a hate, and a hate is going to drive you there. If your hate is your motivator, if your hate is your why, that is why. That'll get you there. And you have to realize, the last thing for the mindset you have to have behind wanting to lose all of this weight is it's going to be hard. You're gonna get fucking tempted. You're gonna be tested on the daily, on the hourly. There's gonna be brownies randomly. You won't even believe this amount of opportunities that will start to fly towards you as soon as you start this. Do not get fucking tempted. Do not get tempted at all. You have to be so laser focused. If you haven't watched my How to Kill Your Food Addiction video within the Sculpted Within series, go watch that. It'll literally break down everything. Go watch that right now. You have to realize these things if you really want to lose the weight. If you cannot come to the realization of everything I just said, but you feel the same pain points, you feel all the same pain, you feel uncomfortable, low confidence, you can't pull any bitch, you can't even go out without feeling self-conscious, you feel like nothing looks good on you at all, you go home, you take off your shirt, you go hop in the shower, and you look at your stomach, and it's overhanging. You can barely see your dick. That pain, that's your fuel. That's your why. That's what you need. I failed time and time and time and time again. I failed and failed and failed and failed and failed. That's what it takes to get to the success you're looking for. I didn't just lose the weight on my first try. No one does it on their first try. You have to fail to learn the lessons for the next time. You're not going to be 100% perfect. You're going to fail, but learn from the lessons of your failure. I failed so many times while trying to lose the weight that would end up making me relapse and gain more weight. You have to realize failure is a part of the process and it's going to get you farther. I failed so many times. It's just another reason, just like why I needed to change, because every single time, JB's on another diet, or this, that, people talking shit, that's another why. You get bullied for your shit, use that. You hate the way you look, use that. You hate that feeling, use that. Use your environment and everything around you and how it makes you feel to your advantage. That'll get you there. Another thing, like if you took me back, you could not pay me to be fat again. You could not pay me to feel that same way, uncomfortable all the time, hate the way clothes feel on me all the time, can't pull any girls, getting bullied. You could not pay me to be fat again. I hated every single bit of my life when I was fat. And now, things come easy. I don't get out of breath when I walk up the stairs. Clothes fit me really well. I don't have to think about, oh, this thing's gonna like be all tight on me. I don't have to think about those things. I get to take off my shirt at the beach and be confident. I get to be confident in who I am. I get to walk around like I'm the man because I know I am. That's why I would never, ever, ever, no one can pay me to be fat again. You could not pay me to be fat again, to live in that same body, to live with those same pains of everything I just listed. You could not tell me you want to live like that. You cannot tell me you would choose being fat over being confident. Every other opposite of all of the pains we just talked about. If you sit here and you still think, it's okay. Oh man, bro, I'm gonna just sit here still. I'll start Monday. You don't want it bad enough. One day it might hit you, one day it might not. But if you're gonna sit here and be like, oh, tomorrow it starts, tomorrow, yeah. No! You don't realize what you have when you can start something right now. Use the pain you feel. Use everything. I mean everything. Write it down. I would cry. 16, 17 years old, I would cry about this shit. I would cry because it made me feel so much pain. You couldn't pay me to feel that way again. I feel amazing every single time I go to the gym. I can wear clothes that are nice, fitting. I can wear clothes and not feel so self-conscious. Like people staring at me. People thinking, oh, what is he doing? Oh, he's trying to lose weight. Everything you can think of. Everything gets better when you lose the weight. Everything gets better. That's why I still don't understand why some of you are not willing to do it. Some of you aren't uncomfortable enough. And some just won't be. Some will just live their life still being okay, like being fat. That's their life. They choose that. I would never, ever choose that again in a million years, to be fat over be confident in every pro over the con that you can think of. Every con to being fat, there's a pro to being fit. Why would you choose to be fat and be comfortable? All right. Honestly, like the biggest thing about being where I am now, and just like, I'm so grateful that I made that change. It has brought me so much. I don't say this like to like brag, but like it has brought me so much confidence. It has brought me literally attention from girls. That is like something that I struggled with for so long. And the confidence to have with those girls. It like literally brought me a girlfriend. I didn't have my first kiss till I was 18 because of this. It brought me all of these things. And all it takes for you is just to lose the fat. Is just to lose the weight and go to the gym and do the things you know you need to do and use that why as your fuel. That's what it needs. That's what you need. Because the light at the end of the tunnel, I promise you, is worth it every single bit. Every single time you get discouraged, just think about the light at the end of the tunnel and think about the hole that you are in right now and how that shit makes you feel. That is how you will win this thing. All right, I'm rooting for every single one of you guys. Tell me your story in the comments. Tell me what you're going through. I will literally answer every single one. Tell me what you are going through. I want to hear your story. What, like, the struggle is, the pain. Like, all right, if you're going to comment anything, tell me what the pain is. Tell me what the pain is. Because if anyone can relate, it is me. All right? And anybody else watching this video, I guarantee you they can relate. You're not going to get skinny, jacked guys watching this video. I promise you everyone in the comments will relate. All right? I love you guys. Win this journey. Use that fuel. Win this thing. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right? Take care, you guys. Love you, boys.